Hey guys, welcome back to the Movement Project. So it's episode 76. Today we're talking about the hip. We're talking about when we move, we tend to move with our feet turned out, which sometimes comes from the ankle, but also it's that extra rotation of the hip. And so what we want to do is get ourselves back into alignment. So not only do I have to constantly be working on the range of motion of my ankle, which we talk about all the time, but also I want to work on that internal rotation of my hip to make sure that my ankle, knee, and hip are all in one straight line. So we're going to do a test to start. I've got a band hooked up to this platform here. You can hook it up to a squat rack. And with my partner, my super buddy here, I'm just going to find her tibial tuberosity, which is a bony protrusion right underneath your kneecap. It just tells me where the top of your tibia is, the top of your shin. That's where I'm going to line this band up with, and I'm just going to watch her do an exaggerated step. So she's just going to take her right foot, step over the band, tap just her heel in front, and then pull it back. Good. Let's do that one more time on that right side. On the left side. Really good to have a partner kind of assess the way that you move. Good. And pull it back. Alright, as you can see, what Jessica tends to do is she tends to open her hip up into external rotation, alright, and then pull back and try to realign as she comes forward. So we're going to try to get her hips where it's not quite so tight on the outside and a little bit stronger on the inside. So the first thing we're going to do is have her sit on this ball. So she's going to put her right knee on top of the ball. Go ahead and do that, Jess. And we're going to have her roll on her external rotators. Alright, so she's just going to smash onto all that surface. We want her to roll on her glute, find all those tender surfaces. Okay, while you're on your glute like that, go ahead and bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Okay, so she's going to roll, she's going to keep her glute to stretch as it is, and start to smash that surface trying to get all those knots and loose eggs out. Alright? Once she's spent enough time to where she's starting to feel like the pain and that tension has subsided a little bit, she's going to go on the outside of her hip, so I'll have her extend this leg, roll, face towards pile here, roll on the outside of her hip, top the IT band, and smash into that position, okay? Good. She can work by just moving side to side, up and down, bending her knee and straightening it, trying to change that length. We've done this before, okay? This is just a precursor to a good isolated stretch. All right, isolated stretch. Let's go. Lay on your back. Take that ball away. Thank you. Lie all the way down. All right, so what she's going to do is put the bands around her foot, high enough on the ball of her foot where she can get herself into a full stretch from the ankle all the way to the hip. I'm going to have her give a good grip. Alright, just like we always work on the leg raise, I want this leg to be fully extended down, keep that leg flat, abs braced, consistent breath, and the movement we're going to work into is internal rotation of the hip. So I need her to actively pull and reach her toe towards her left shoulder, and then use her hands to find between a 1 to a 10, the intensity of an 8 or a 9. Okay, so you feel a big stretch there. Alright, she's going to hold that position for 5 seconds, then she's going to relax, and then she's going to do it again. Extend your leg, twist your hip, actively use your hip strength to go internal, and then use your hands to assist into a consistent stretch. And relax. Alright, I want her to do that for 10 reps. Go ahead, twist again, straight knee, hold. 10 on both sides. If you're feeling like one side is a little bit harder than the other, and you notice in your test you got a little bit more extra rotation on your right and your left, do more reps on that asymmetrical side. Alright, and then from there, I'm going to have her get in the hurdle position, so seated. We're going to integrate this into a movement. So, hurdle position. As you can see, I've got my right hip in internal rotation. We're going to do the 4-point square stretch. Okay, so she's going to reach her hands as far to the right corner as she can. Take one breath in that position. Same thing to the left. Reach as far as you can. Breathe into that position. Then she's going to drop her left elbow down behind her. Yes, drop your left elbow down behind her. Reach and breathe in that position. And then then the last one is hook the hands on the shoes, get really tall from your spine, and breathe into a twisted stretch to your right. Good, good. This hand you put on your left shoe. Alright. Good, Jess. Go ahead and go do that again. Reach for that right side. While she's going to all these corners, she's trying to keep her sits bones, okay, her hips as square to the ground as she can. Right? So we're trying to keep her right glute on the floor. And then she's going to breathe into each position for 1 rep at each. About 5 reps and then switch sides. So we're trying to integrate that intra-rotation into a movement now. From there, you can go ahead and go into whatever movement you're working on that day. All right, and then be very conscious and aware of how you're moving while you're walking, while you're picking up your child, while you're talking on the phone. It's very important to make sure that we're not constantly in this posture, that we're keeping everything in alignment. All right, good luck.